Welcome. Today we're going to be discussing the technique gift in return. The reason why we're doing that today is a lot of people have a lot of problems with this technique, and what we want to do today is to discuss some of the physical issues that people run into and then how to correct them. We're not going to be discussing how it fits into the system, relations to other techniques. There may be a future video about that which will discuss those elements of the technique. So today what we're going to be doing is just talking through the physical issues. So obviously, because it's a gift technique, that means it's off a handshake. A lot of people, one of the first things they say is, well, why are you doing a self-defense technique off a handshake? This technique is a perfect example of why you would want to do a gift or handshake technique against an opponent. What they would be doing in this case is they're going to be throwing a left punch at us. So as we begin to do the handshake, feigning that they're going to be closing any sort of aggression against us, and they throw the left. Okay, so this comes into one of the first issues that people will run into is if I'm going to be dodging that left hand, what you'll see a lot of people do is they'll bring the right hand up to the left hand and then do the push to the groin. If you see what's happening, I'm pulling away first, allowing that punch to come in. If I don't do that, what I'm going to do is meet my left hand to my right hand and push from there and duck out of the way of that punch coming towards us. So let's do that one more time. Remember, don't pull right from the handshake, push in. If you notice what just happens here, I did it lightly on this opponent. His back end will start to push out. What that allows us to do is control his height zone, gets him to bend. Remember, Kenpo is a lever-based system. We want to maintain our lever by removing his lever. Also begins to cancel his left punch. What you're then going to have behind you here is the hand grabbing. We'll discuss that next. So let's do that one more time. Come in, push without pulling first. Remember, not like this. You're going to walk into the punch, duck that punch, get right out of the way. There are general rules about stepping beyond the front foot. In this case, we don't really have to worry about them that much, but if you notice every time I step, I never get beyond his heel, which could then open things up for a problem. What I generally like to do is step next to his foot, which then cancels a lot of things out, allows this hand to go forward more, and push his backside out further. So the next motion, we step in, push this back, grab. There are three things that can be done at this point. I can turn around behind him. I can make him turn. Or in this case, what we want to do with this technique is the third case. I want to move and I want to push him at the same time. So he pushes butt back, grab, push, and pull. Okay? I left my right hand out so that you can see what happens. Now I'm going to show you what this right hand does. Step in, no pull, grab, put the hand on the backside, push, pull. See, I've got him bent over and maintaining this, so even if he's fighting me, he really doesn't have anything to attack me with. Kicks are controlled, head's controlled, any sort of punches are controlled. So from this point, we're going to move into the next maneuver, which is the kick. So let's do this one more time so that you can see it. Push, underneath, grab, push, pull. Now, the kick. The kick could go in one of two areas. It can either go to the right leg or to the left leg. Right leg is not the leg you want to kick. You always want to try and kick a cross body when you can. So in this case, what we want to do is kick his left leg out. Back up, please, because if we kick the right leg out, notice what happens with the left foot. He can then drop down and kick back at me. Do this one more time so you can see it. If I kick the left leg out and he tries with the right leg, he really doesn't have anything they can hit with, and I can control whatever I need to up at the upper end by myself. So let's do this one more time. Do the grab, remember not to pull. Push directly in, cause him to break his lever, re-grab, push, pull, sets him up, do the side kick, drop him to the ground, and at this point, he's lined up and ready to go, and we shoot the left knee out to the coccyx. Everybody generally has no problem with that. The one thing I would say is make sure you point your toes as you do your knee. You don't want your foot hanging down as you do that. Up. Okay. One more time, slightly faster so you can see it. Push, grab, push, pull. Cross body, drop it down, knee extension, cross out if you wish. Okay, up, Thank you very much.